What's up, guys, and welcome to new video here. Look, man, the office is whole lit up. Look at that way down there. That's the storage. So yeah, it's a bit dark from the start of this. I just arrived about 30 minutes ago here at the office, and check the back of the truck here. It's kind of funny actually. We got some soft guns and stuff. I was just having a good time today. We're gonna lock this bad boy up. Perfect. And we're gonna walk into the office. So this video is gonna be about expectations. You versus your mind, pretty much. So a rule of thumb, whenever you are doing something, let's just say it can be in personal life, it can be in business. We're gonna talk in business right now. That's what the channel is about. So let's say you're doing dropshipping, you have a goal of making X amount of money or revenue, profit, whatever you want to call it. Or you're having a expectation of being able to afford an office, just like I do, at this X amount of time, 3 months, a year, whatever your goal is. The rule of thumb, what I've experienced through simply just experience, is that the X amount of time that I think it's gonna take, let's say I think it's gonna take 2 months. The rule of thumb is that I'm gonna times that with 3, which means instead of it's gonna take 2 months, it's actually gonna take me around 6 months, right? Now, of course, it's not something that's guaranteed. It can take 2 months. It can also take less, but it can also take 6 months. It can also take 4 months, 10 months. But the rule of thumb throughout my experience is that I'm always gonna times it with 3. And that have helped me a lot, because normally you just think you're gonna get that faster. You just think, hey, it's not that hard, it's gonna come. It's always gonna take longer than you think. So if you're not prepared for that, it's gonna hit you all the damn time, right? Because then when you actually reach that goal, that milestone, which would be amazing to have right now, but because it took, and you want it so bad, but once you get it, and it has gone way longer than you expected, you are not as satisfied and you're not as happy that you got to that goal. And that's gonna hinder you moving on to the next goal, because suddenly you're gonna have in the mind that, what's in it anyways? I'm not gonna make it and so on. But at the same time, you have actually made your actual goal. It just took a bit longer, and that's simply just because you expect it's gonna take quicker in your mind, because you really want it. So that's just a rule of thumb, and that's something that you should really try to think about every single time you set a goal for yourself. It's gonna help you, because I know I set a goal of this X amount of revenue. I'm gonna do everything I can to get it within 2 months, but I have to be prepared in my mind that it's gonna take 6 months, and it's gonna be okay if it does that, or it's gonna take longer. It's gonna be okay. Now, of course, there's a limit to that. It also depends on how realistic your goal is. But anyways, we're gonna move on from that. That's something I want you to take away from this video. The next thing is that your mind 10 steps ahead of the reality, if that makes sense. For example, right now, let's go outside. Again, I know it's pitch black, but I see, get the keys here. We're gonna go outside to this beast. This is a Suzuki Jimny, the brand new Suzuki car. It has barely been driven. It's just been driven in. Like, I'm the second guy in the world that's driven this, pretty much. I don't think you can buy it yet, even. And right now I'm standing at my own office. The reason why I'm telling you this is that for 6 months ago, this was a dream. Like, literally, it was a dream. Like, having my own office would be as crazy to say that I'm gonna have a Lamborghini in 10 days. I didn't think it was possible at this point, or even ever. Of course I believed in it, but it's hard to imagine, because you know how long it is to get there. But now I'm standing here 6 months later with a car through one of my businesses that they're giving me for free, simply to promote their business, and at my own office. And I'm not, I'm not as happy as I thought it would be. And that's simply because you work hard every single day, and you go through the struggles. And as an entrepreneur, at the beginning at least, you're simply just not gonna get what you give. If I work 10 times and get the one, right? If that makes sense. So in my mind, I should have way more right now. I should have way more. And that's where the mind is 10 steps ahead. And that's where the mind is 10 steps ahead of reality. And that's dangerous. It actually is. Because if I don't live in the moment, and if I'm not appreciative and happy for what I've already accomplished, how am I gonna move on, right? Am I ever gonna be accomplished as a person? Am I ever gonna be fulfilled and happy? Well, no. There's gonna be moments where, yes, I'm gonna feel happy right now, but it has to be something that's every time. And in order for that, my mind has to slow down and get back to reality. But not back to, but there's a difference. My mind has to be ahead in the sense that I need more. Not in some kind of greedy way, but I want to work and get more. The more I get, the better it is for people around me, and better it is for me and my happiness and fulfillment. So in that regard, my mind has to be ahead, you know, and thinking bigger and thinking better. But at the same time, my mind and head also have to be in the now, have to realize and have to appreciate what I have right now, because I didn't have this X amount of ago, 6 months ago, whatever you want, whatever your case is. So that's just what I want to say. So this video is pretty much like a health video, the mind connection, whatever you want to call it. I'm nowhere near a doctor, someone who can actually talk about this in some kind of like, you know, like, if you don't believe me, don't listen to me. I can understand, but this is simply my experience, right? So the X amount of time it takes for you to accomplish your goal in your mind, you know, 2-3 times that, simply. That's where your expectations should be, but you should still work to get to what, you know, the initial time you thought it would take. You're still gonna work for that, but you're gonna be prepared that it's gonna take 3 times that's just a rule of thumb. And then again, the last thing we just talked about is that your mind is going to be ahead. So whenever you get to achieve your goals, your mind is going to be ahead, and it has been ahead for months now, so that when you achieve that goal, it seems like nothing, right? Because at this point right now, I would love that's the BMW M4 out there in the parking lot, but when I know that in a year or so that I have that M4, I also know at that time my mind is gonna be way ahead, and that I'm disappointed that I don't have a Lamborghini, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna remind myself every single day that what I've accomplished right now is amazing, and I should be extremely happy about it. And that alone should push me to get to more. So in that way, I can be happy while I want more, instead of only being 10 steps ahead and not being happy, but only want more. That's where we're gonna be. And that's also the difference between being greedy and not, if that makes sense. I don't know, but I think we're gonna sign off right now. Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock at night. I don't want to be here this late. It's boring for me. Concrete walls, I don't like it. I'm gonna go home right now. I'm gonna get something to eat, and then we're gonna go straight to work. Some nights I like to work long hours, like between 1 right now and to 6 a.m. I know it's all night where you should be asleep, but at this time nobody's texting me, nobody's calling me. I'm all alone, the world is sleeping, and that's where I work the best. It's that simple. I just fuck up my sleeping rhythm, and I like to get up early when I can. I hate to get up early, I like to get up early. It's like a love and hate relationship. But anyways, I'm not gonna ramble anymore. I hope you can take those 2 points I've made in this video and use it immediately. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. That will help me huge. And also share with your buddies who also need these advices. Cause they do, you know they do. Get it to them, bruh. So yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.